Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Jane, and I was asked to create a quick video showing you how to submit your stage one evidence and maybe some tips or suggestions for submitting evidence. So I'm going to remind you that it's best when you're using the Google Chrome browser. Make sure you're signed in and syncing. And yes, I'm probably going to always remind you of that. And I'm going to launch Clever. Clever gets me into all of my district applications. So I'm going to go down to Schoology. Your view is going to look a little different than mine. Don't worry about that. Just launch Clever, go to Schoology. Hopefully you favorited it, so it's right at the top for you. All right, you need to go into your courses to the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, and posted right here at the top is a link to the CPS Distinguished Educator program. If a little time has passed and that landing page has changed, it is the green folder CPS Distinguished Educator program. All right. After you have read the email from Deputy Superintendent Tiana Amat, viewed the video, viewed the flyer and suggested timeline, taken the self-assessment, then you are on to the step of submitting your stage one evidence. So you would go through the whole program and you should complete those items in order. Make sure you do all of those steps first. It's going to take a moment to load because there are a lot of submissions. When things take a little while, maybe that's a good time to go get a drink of water, take a quick break. All right, while that screen loads, we'll talk about some of the things that people have submitted. Some people are submitting a screenshot. And so if you're on a Windows PC, you might want to use, I took that from the last meeting, you might want to use the Snipping Tool. So in the Snipping Tool, I can use this and I can go into one of my courses. And maybe I know that I have went through all of the I can statements. I know that I can do all those things, or maybe I identified what I needed help with, got the help, and now I'm ready to submit evidence. So I might decide that I want to take a screenshot of my course. All right, so I'm just going to grab my snipping tool, click new, and I can just grab that screenshot. I can save this, and I like to put them in a folder that I've got called Snips for Schoology. I just save them locally. But then that's how you can take a quick screenshot. If you're on a Mac, I think it's called a screen capture or a grab, but you can take a screenshot. There's also a key you can press. So there's a print screen key. It just depends on your device. Let me go back over here. Yes, it's loaded. All right. Are you ready to submit evidence? Well, that's the first question you got to ask yourself before you go to submit your evidence. If you're ready, it means you can do everything stated in the self-assessment. And there is a link down here to the I can statements for you to refer back to. It's also on the previous page in this course. And there was a lot of feedback on people weren't sure about EdPlan. And so Bridget McComas has added this link here as well. So if you can, then you're ready to submit evidence. If you're not, that's okay. Our suggested timeline is by August 21st, so you have plenty of time to participate in optional summer PDs, watch videos, or you can wait until startup week and work on this with your colleagues. So if you're not ready yet, that's okay. But let's talk about if you are ready. All right, I updated this section right here on May 19th, 2020, out of feedback from people that they needed some more guidance on what to submit. So you are ready if you've stated you can or learned how to do everything in the assessment. And then you can either, these are some examples of evidence others have submitted. Like you can take a screenshot of a course activity or update you have in your Schoology courses. I just showed you how to take a screenshot. Or you could just copy and paste the link. So I could just grab this link and copy it. And then when I go to submit, I could paste that link and give a little write-up like, here's a link to my course that shows an example of my evidence. You could also just type up a paragraph. Please keep it brief because we are grading over 1,000 of these. Scoring, I should say. We're not grading, but we are, checking your evidence for over 1,000 of these. So write a brief narrative and just tell us how one or more of the I can statements are demonstrated in what you already do. So we're just looking for one example. Think of this as a way to show off a little bit of what you know or what you can do. In stage one, you are just demonstrating what you can do, and you don't have to necessarily have done all of these things yet. So those are examples. You're not limited to those, but hopefully this helps provide a little bit more context around what you need to submit for stage one. And then you'll get your level 1 Distinguished Educator Badge. Yay! Good luck out there. It's going to be a great program.